Today's live stream is brought to us by a great friend, great supporter. We see her everywhere and about every live stream out there. Glad to have you aboard, Naj. Thanks for the support.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
I just got back.
Yeah.
I've been going since 5:30 this morning and went down to 6 o'clock. I helped Joni get them solar panels off her travel trailer.
Yeah.
Me, Joni, and Lori. That was an adventure.
Why? Oh, man.
Got them off. She ain't got the right
Yeah.
screws, nothing to get them back up there yet. But at least they're off.
Yeah, that's a simple fix, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, let's get to chat. Okay, you got good solar coming in now. It's clouding
All right.
up big time. Rob on the road, first one in here today. Howdy, howdy, woohoo, he's here. Mel Nettie Living Free zip code list, our first member up in here today. Ivan K, howdy, 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 early for a change. I thought I was going to be late for sure.
he's never on time. We know that now.
Hey,
We're
there's
used
today's sponsor of the live stream. Naj,
Nice.
howdy, howdy, Naj. And getting caught up. Traveling on adventures, howdy, howdy. It jumped on me.
Oh,
Miss anybody there? All right. Nope, didn't miss anybody.
okay.
Hey, Traveling on Adventures is linked up to our Friday Night Live.
I'll be right back.
Take note, folks. Where are you going? Where'd you go? Disappearing act. Okay. Ron sees America. Howdy, howdy, buddy. Okay. No big plans for me today. I may take a nap, though. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was up most of the night with heartburn, and I didn't eat nothing spicy. I just had chicken noodle soup. That was it. And some peanut butter. Cookies. Dipped in peanut butter. That was all I ate. Okay. But got up, got that done. Now just waiting on her to get some screws and we can get them things back up there. The right screws. Didn't have the right ones in there. Other than that, yeah, no big plans for today. Kick back, take it easy. Cleaning the barbecue. Getting ready to barbecue some chicken. Oh man. That does sound good. But this Friday we have, of course I went the wrong way. Of course we got a special presentation. Like that, I stole that from CBS. Lulu, lay down. Lay down.
I had a back itch where I couldn't get to, so I had to go get a back scratcher.
You've done had your crack. You've done had your food. You've done went to go outside and do your business. That means it's nap time. Don't tell
No,
me
what she said.
Oh, hello there. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, barbecue chicken. I put the last of the ribs that I made because they were spare ribs on the Blackstone. I just threw them in the crock pot today to soften them up. Hey, did you say hi to Ron Sees America? He probably didn't hear me. Unmute yourself.
I will as soon as I tell the dog stop barking.
Okay. Did you say hi to Ron
Yes,
Sees
I
America? I was. It was one of those itches where it was driving me nuts, and I didn't want to look like I was dancing in the seat here. American Wonder will be there too today or Friday.
I was going to do the breaking news thing. Yes, we're going to have American Wonder, Traveling on Adventures. Did I say that right? I'm not used to their new name yet. Yeah, Traveling on Adventures. Mel Nettie going to be there as soon as they're done with their dinner date. CR View. And I think Desert Adventures in Arizona. So he said something about setting out this week, but I think he's going to be there. That's why I went with this thumbnail, because I wasn't sure who all was going to be there, and there's room for more. Two more, I believe. So, don't need that one. That was a great live that they did. Elite over live.
Roy's just a little confused, that's all. Nothing new. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. He might... Either Lulu did it. She probably unplugged the camera because she's all excited on him, but he'll be back. She can get very demanding. Oh, you forgot somebody has a birthday today.
Alex does.
Yep, I already wished her happy birthday through Facebook. Yep, did the dog unplug you?
What?
Did the dog unplug the camera?
No, I bumped it.
Oh, he was talking to us and then poof, gone.
Yes, but it's Alex. Oh my gosh, what is her channel? Living the Dream with Alex or something like that?
I think so, yeah. She does a lot of cooking videos if you're interested in seeing how some of us nomads can cook out here. And I mean, this woman still cooks like she's in a sticks and bricks. So what's that tell you? If you want it bad enough, you can make it.
Homemade.
Huh? And homemade. Yep. Greek pork fresh out of my sun oven, done perfectly. Oh, but that's good. But we ended up getting a rack of ribs about, I don't know, they took up the whole, pretty much the whole Blackstone, the top part of it. And I did what, now this guy said you could cook ribs on there in 20 minutes. He doesn't boil them or nothing.
That's the birthday girl's link.
Yep. Hey, Moon over Miami. Yep, that's Alex's, her video showing making stuff from scratch. Living, and she's in Nomad Land. Right now they're in an RV park, but.
Yeah. I think I'm going over there for dinner tonight.
Ooh. And ask Roy about her desserts she makes.
She makes really good peanut butter cookies.
Gonna make his mouth water for her desserts.
Thank you so much, Mel Nettie, for dropping that. But yeah, it's her birthday tomorrow. No, today.
Hey, Rob. Hey, sometimes them cheese sandwiches can put up a fight, though.
I had one of them last night for supper.
Yuck.
Cheese sandwich with a little bit of ketchup. Oh boy, yeah. Chicken noodle soup.
No, I'll pass. I'll sit there and I'll say, what do you want for lunch? Just a cheese sandwich. Really? A cheese sandwich, that's it. Yeah.
Happy birthday to your oldest daughter and your cousin. And happy anniversary. Yeah. Hey, Moon over Miami. Howdy, howdy.
Hey, Nisha.
Howdy, howdy. Catherine Cook. Howdy, howdy.
But yeah, Alex does some really good cooking. I mean, her desserts they're awesome.
Yeah, it's a big old home cooked meal. Hey, Homer. Howdy, howdy. And Going Green Mom, another member snuck in here. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to Tuesday, the day I am forever running behind on my uploads.
It never ends, though. I'm always seem like I'm about 5 paces behind what I need to be getting done.
True, I am. I haven't really caught up on my rest yet. I hardly slept last night.
Well, why?
I did try to sleep. I felt heartburn all night long.
What did you eat that you probably shouldn't have ate?
Just a can of chicken soup and a cheese sandwich with ketchup on it. You know, I think what gave it to me was one of those drink mixes from Crush.
That or remember what kind of Gatorade are you drinking? Is it the lemon lime?
Yeah, but I didn't have any yesterday. I'd only drank water. I've only drank water for the past few days. This
All
is
right.
the Gatorade I've had since the generator quit, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
'Cause-
And Mel and Alex sent their generator over. CRV come back with this one and a blue one, thinking I didn't have any. And I drank the blue one that night. But
all
I put
right.
this one up for breakfast, and I'm having it now.
I have discovered that I love lemonade. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It doesn't love me anymore. The heartburn kicks in, and it's pure misery. Anything with citric acid is usually going to give me heartburn. So
Yeah.
I was wondering if he had anything with like that, and it could have triggered everything. Because it's pure misery,
Yeah, citric acid.
and I love lemonade.
I like pink lemonade better.
Yeah.
It's more lemony.
Remember that when we were buying the cake mixes and the frosting to go with it, and I wanted that German cake mix so bad, but they didn't have the frosting? Apparently, they have a thing where it ain't anywhere, the frosting part. You can buy the German chocolate cake, but I couldn't find the frosting again.
I might get a cake tomorrow.
Okay.
Lori might make me a cake.
Lori?
Yeah. Because tomorrow is my big 52nd birthday.
You've been around the sun how many days now? 52 years going around it.
Well, I don't know how many days there were. Let's ask Google. How many days is 52 years? No. How many days is 52 years? 18,980 trips around the sun tomorrow.
Dang, you're old.
I would have thought it would have been a lot more than that.
Aren't
See,
ya?
you, another member and neighbor. Howdy, howdy. Oh, seen a Goodyear blimp fly over this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I caught a picture of it, but it's on the phone.
It's been a while since we seen that blimp. When we first came to Quartzsite, we saw it quite a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then it was like, poof, okay, we're not going to show you no more. I was like, what?
It was coming back from Phoenix. The only thing I could think of, maybe the USFL had something over there or something. But it's on its way back to LAX because it's based out of LAX.
I didn't know that. I didn't really see it there, but I wasn't really looking for a blimp in that area.
That was a great live yesterday. I really enjoyed that live. You know what happened to me last night?
You lost another.
I darn near got up and turned the air conditioner off. I got cold.
Wow.
I got cold the night before, too.
All you had to do is turn it down to low. You should have been all right.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, but it wasn't as hot the last few nights. That's why.
Speaking of that, let's do that. Here, the weather.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're after now. What do we got here? Right now it's 96 degrees, 31% humidity. When I was down there helping Joey this morning, it was almost up to 40%. It was
That's sticky, icky weather for Arizona.
30 something.
Oh no, Miss Leah. Hope you get to feeling better.
And then, yeah, hope so. And then today's 104, 25% humidity. That's still sticky for here.
Yeah.
And here is the 14-day. Yeah, 99 is hanging on. That just moved to Tuesday.
Yeah, but even the 113s is not really that bad when you look at nighttime. Your lows are 86 and 90 on the two really high days.
Get it, Moose. Go. There.
So, I mean, that ain't bad. We got a high UV warning here.
Here's our trend. The trend is looking rather promising. Kind of looks like Wall Street.
Yeah. Boom.
But yeah, that's looking promising. Of course, that'd be 8/15. Last dot on there is the middle of August. So, Today's the first. Man, I can't believe today's the 1st of August already.
Yep, we're over halfway done with the year now.
Yeah,
But my weather, we got UV warning. Let's see what else.
within the next 3 weeks, the snowbirds are going to start showing up. We may have a couple come in today.
All right.
I noticed there's a couple newer RVs sitting on the other side of the road, and then one pulled in here last night. When I come back up from Joni's, he's gone. So I don't know if it's just an overnighter or what. But
Yeah.
it should start. The early ones are going to start trickling back in at any time.
Well, they want to claim their spots. That's why. It's currently 80 degrees here, but it feels like 79. Now, I've never had it feel cooler than the actual temperature. But our high today is 82, and we got moderate pollen, and air quality is not bad today, it says.
But Joni was telling me, I got in here last September, 1st of September.
Yeah.
You couldn't believe how many was already in here.
They want to get their spots that they like every year. Some of these people are pretty picky about the spots they get.
I need to be set up for that. Anyway, we got. There it is right there. We got Traveling on Adventures. The very first live stream on their YouTube channel. That is awesome. And we get to be a part of that. And
cool beans.
And JT and CR View and I think Desert Adventures in Arizona, but I'm not sure. Yep. Definitely helping with the moderators.
Yep.
Eddie.
Yep, gotta need moderators. You never know what's gonna come in through your live streams.
Ron Darrell Adventures. Howdy.
Hey, Ron. We got 2 Rons in here, so howdy, both of you Rons.
Yeah, because that's Ron from another mother.
Yep.
I just missed Ron last night on his live stream. And Red did one too. I missed it. I could not stay awake at that time. I kept dozing off.
You were tired.
I've been beat from this weekend. I still ain't recouped all the way. I tried to yesterday, but I don't know. There was too much racing on.
Too much racing. Yeah. Tell the truth, Roy. You were watching too much TV.
Racing.
TV.
And then finally, last night, I watched a movie never seen before in my life. Mad Max.
You never watched Mad Max.
Ain't one of them a horror movie?
Maximum Overdrive is a horror movie.
Is that the one with the semi with the funny face?
Yes, the Joker face.
That's
the one that terrorized me from going by my dad's semi for probably a good 4 months. Yep, that'd be it.
How do y'all get stuff done when you're up all night and lives all the time? I'm not that coordinated. Hey, there's Desert Adventures in Arizona. Howdy. Another member. I wasn't sure if you was going to be there Friday, so that's what I was talking about. The live Friday. I mean, you mentioned it in your live stream. Because I went
and then he fell asleep, and he had.
Well, what I did yesterday before I watched racing is I went back and I watched Desert Adventures in Arizona's live stream. And he mentioned something about Friday, but I don't remember if he said he was going to be there or not.
Huh.
And then after that, watched Ava's live stream. Then I started watching the racing. Had lunch. Well, yeah, Joni called about getting the solar off the travel trailer.
Yeah.
For like 30 minutes. Then I started watching racing. And then after that, I made supper and watched Mad Max.
Yeah, Maximum Overdrive is the scary bus where everything comes to life. Hey, Traveling Merton Sue. Okay. Mad Max has got Mel Gibson in it. All right.
It's 7. Was it 7 p.m. our time?
No. Yeah,
Or
9
Friday.
p.m. Central Time, and then 7 p.m. Roy and Steve's time, and Tim's. But it's 9 p.m. Central.
You're still saying about collabs. I don't mind the collabs. I just wish they would combine all the chats. That's what I don't like about them.
Yeah, to me
We got
it'd be
the hour
nice.
situation figured out. It's not as bad as we thought it was. Um, so everybody's getting hours. It's not like just a couple hours. Because analytics is confusing. That's why I stay out of them as much as possible.
Yeah, I let Roy and them handle that part.
But it's easy. It's just setting up. You set up your live and you turn where your friends can link to it, and then of course, you got to approve it. But it's pretty fun. Forgot what I was gonna say again.
Nothing new.
Y'all are probably tired of hearing about this generator, but I got to brag on this generator somewhat. It does weird things when
I'm gonna say what matches Roy then. I'm sorry.
it takes it 3 times for it to kick this compressor on. It's weird. It races up like it's kicking on, but then it races back down. The third time it does it is when this compressor would kick on. I was like, it's one of those I think I can generators. Or I almost got it. Ringo and Czar, howdy. Yeah, I don't like not seeing the chat.
That's the biggest withdrawal is we can't see everybody's chat. Somebody could be talking
Now,
to us, like say on See Our Views chat, but we can't see it. So they might think we're not talking to them, but it's not that way. It's because we can't see it.
Now, the Friday night that we did with the last couple that we did with Mel and Nettie, I think we all did really good not talking over each other. That's rare on a live stream with a bunch of people up there. The only problem we had about talking over each other is the lag that Mel and Nettie had. That was it. Typical normal. But everybody was, they let people talk. Nobody talking over top each other, trying to get 2 words in. I don't like panels that's got 10 people on it. That's too much. 6 is pushing it. But everybody was pretty respectable. It's the last 2 times that we've done it. I was really impressed about that. Traveling Merton and Sue, howdy.
He's a little slow. I said hi already. You're behind, Roy.
Hopefully things are looking better. It looks like they are by your title. So, but that's y'all's business. Ellsworth Carl, howdy. Yeah, that's pinned to the top. Yeah, that's crazy. There's got to be. I wonder if there's an extension out there or something we use. But the new generator did the same thing in the beginning, but it starts right up now. But back to the generator, it's doing great. I can run the rooftop and the window unit if I need to, like the other one did for a while until it died. It seems to run the 2 easier than what the other one did. It just
What's new?
It needs a little oomph to get going, it seems like. But the last one, if I remember right, kind of did the same thing, but not 3 times. Speaking of that, okay, we're good. I'm getting 13 when I run this window unit. Those 2 happy cools. The box says 11 hours runtime. Well, that is with no load. With 3 compressors going, I can get 13 hours on a tank of gas. I got nowhere near that on the other ones. But I can go 13 hours on a tank of gas. That's an improvement. Hope that keeps going. I doubt it will.
Nah. Once you break it in, nah.
Post code, see all chat, stream out with channel viewers. I know that's the only bad part about that. Did you run the break-in period? sort of. The last I knew, on a Predator generator, the break-in period was 1/3 the load or something like that for, was it 100 hours?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember. Then you change your oil and put new oil in.
Didn't really have a choice. It was still hot out. You had to have it running.
I broke it in how I'm going to use it. And what I did was I hooked it up. We did run on the window unit that night. No, I did run on the rooftop for a little bit. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I tried. That's right. I tried. Didn't realize. Or did I? I think I did the same night. I tried to run on the window unit at first. Not the window unit, the rooftop unit. But I had forgotten that I had the inverter plugged into the generator. That's a 2,000 watt inverter. It's not going to, if you could get it going, it would run it. But it's not going to start the rooftop AC. 42-year-olds, it's a power hog. It takes above 2,000 watts to get that thing going.
Yeah.
So later on that night is when I discovered I got the plug directly into it. So when I did that, I ran on the rooftop. Yeah, that's what I did. I ran on the rooftop for an hour because I was editing here. And then after I got done editing and the video uploaded for that rape parade, yeah, I think it was a rape parade. Then I went out, I turned the rooftop off, switched back over to the inverter, and then came back in and turned the window unit on, ran on that the rest of the night. And then the next day, I tried both of them, and it worked great. Fearless Rambler, howdy, howdy. The generator ran for over 24 hours straight the day before yesterday, and now it's been running since 2 o'clock yesterday. Yep, we almost got to take car keys out of my pocket. We almost got away with turning them off. No, I didn't. I stole a knife. Darn it. I got to get this back down there.
Yeah, normally a man can't keep a pocket knife. Oh, William Brody, howdy. Another member, his phone's dying.
It's not a pocket knife. It's one of those.
So are you saying we need to get you one like that so you can keep it in your pocket and keep track of it?
I don't know. I just about cut my finger with that one.
Oh, geez. No, he don't mean nothing like that.
When it went to close, it was like a guillotine. Snap. I didn't have to use this one, but that's a nice knife. Too many clouds taking away our sun. I'm at 13.4. 13.4. I got up to 13.7 yesterday. No, 14.1. I got up to 14.1 yesterday. But 2 o'clock runs around, or 3 o'clock rolls around, and I start dropping, and I got to turn the generator on. And then this is what I like. From about that time with the generator before, the old generator, by the time I got to 10 o'clock, I used a whole tank. A whole tank of gas. A whole tank of gas to get me through the night. That's 5 gallons. Now, if I turn the generator on at 2 or 3 o'clock, preferably 3, when I get to 10 o'clock, I've used half a tank of gas. I mean, this thing is, it's really saving the gas. William Brody, another member. Howdy, howdy. Carpet knife. Yeah, that's probably what that is. It's a utility knife. A fancy utility knife. But yeah, it's got that curve to it. That worked great on carpet. I got a carpet knife. The old curve.
Yeah. That thing sucked.
Yeah, it just snapped shut. Well, it didn't snap shut that time. We had a bad storm roll through last night. I thought I seen some action over that way, and then it way up by Kingman and Williams area looked like they were getting it too. Knocked the power out here for about an hour. I took the Jenny out, gassed it up just in case. Didn't need it though. We got clouds, a lot of clouds in the sky today. I'm kind of surprised. I did drop down. And I know this is not what's in the batteries because it showed 12.2, And the minute I turn the air conditioner on for something, it'll jump up to 13.6. So we're going to have to get one of them dongles shut things. Steak knife works on everything. Yeah, it does. Butter knife does too.
Yeah, we've had some pretty sharp butter knives.
Universal screwdriver there.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure we didn't miss anybody over here in chat. That was Lacey saying hi. Travel emergencies want to know if you're heading back to Quartzsite this month.
Nope. I got, what is it? I got a bunch of appointments this month. Let me see. This one here is my last appointment with the neurologist until I come back. He said all I gotta do is call him or get me in, and we'll go from there again. You need a battery shunt. What's that?
Yeah, that tells you what's in your batteries, so you don't see what's being
But
dropped.
these three are here. I know my family doctor should tell me to go get my butt out of here, and my pulmonary doctor will tell me to get out of here. So, because I'm on my 4th emergency inhaler.
So you got 3 appointments then?
4 altogether.
4.
1 with the lawyer.
I can't do math. My brain's fried.
But the neurologist one will be going over my where they do the EEK or something.
Went to look for a brain.
You shut up.
You gonna tell you whether you got one or not? I could give him the answer to that.
You're cruising, dude. You're cruising.
I am not. I'm sitting right here in this seat. The driver's seat's right there. The steering wheel.
Oh, just wait. What? You better be ready to run. You got a lot. You got a lot of wet willies coming up.
EKG.
No, EKG is your heart. It's an EE.
Yeah.
I got it wrote down here.
Steve wrote it in chat. EEG.
Yeah, that thing.
I seen that. I thought it said egg.
I have to wear it for, what did he say, 72 hours? They put it on the 14th and they won't take it off till the 17th. So, yeah.
Channel Adventures back in chat. Good to have you back. We got 22 in here already. Hey, wow, we've been yapping for 34 minutes already? No way.
You missed the commercial.
I gotta revamp this. Jolly Matilda's supposed to be on this up at the Sergeant Major level, but I haven't had time. Or I've been tired. We need to hire a crew. All right, we'll be
right.
Slow down, mama. Why you talk so mean? Good Lord, man, shit, it ain't what it seems. Got nice clothes, midnight shows, boogie down at the bar. Fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so...
Life of Lucretia, another member. Howdy, howdy. Weekend of the You know what I can't figure out with our solar?
What?
How come we're getting more wattage with dirty panels than we are with clean panels?
Don't look at me. I don't know nothing about that stuff.
I haven't cleaned them in 4 days. Since we had that little bit of a rain where we got like a raindrop every 12 inches. And then Lulu went walking across the Harbor Freight one and got dirt all over them. And we're making more wattage or more volts at least than what we were with clean panels. you think you'd be here beginning of September, huh?
That's the plan.
Hmm.
That's the plan, anyhow.
Yeah, if you start walking now, you might get here by the end of October.
Remember, I had backup out there. All I
Hey,
gotta
they
do
used
is
to do it
talk
in
to
the
one of
premier
them.
days. You know how many
Huh?
people walked across this country back in the 1800s, 1700s, and that?
Good for them.
You get you a horse.
A what?
A horse.
I haven't rode a horse since I was. Well, wait, we did the turkey run. Since then. That's been many years ago.
Reflecting light back. I don't know what's going on with them. But I went out there. I thought, no, I ain't going to clean them right now. Yeah, see, it's at 13.6 right now. Normally, with clean panels, I was only seeing 12.9, 13.1. Panels are dirty now. I've seen 14.1.
Yeah. Did you say hi to Diane Phoenix?
Diane Phoenix sneak up in here?
Yep.
There she is right there. Another member, Diane Phoenix. Howdy, howdy.
We got clouds today.
And so do we. I don't like clouds. I used to like clouds.
Yeah.
Until we get solar panels. Now I don't like clouds no more.
Yeah, you gotta feed and water the horse and clean up after the horse.
You could eat grass on the way here.
I'm never in the horse. I'd never be able to walk again.
Well, you'd be used to it by the time you get out here.
No, my back, you ding-a-ling.
You take a break.
Yeah.
How do you think they did it back then?
I don't care how they did it back then. They had wagons. You're in our wagon.
Everybody, you know how many people walked across this country back then?
Like I said, good for them. And I can't ride a bike hardly anymore. My balance. I had my great niece giggling at me.
That's something you've never seen on the Old West trails.
Bikes.
Bicycles. Then you know somebody had to ride a bicycle across this country.
They were kind of expensive back then, though, babe, if you think about it.
You had money to come over here.
Yeah.
Across this country because water was.
Not all of them had money. A lot of them pitched in together to do a group run. But my great niece let me borrow her bike to try to ride it last summer.
That's true. Wagons had no AC. That too.
Yeah.
You know, we go out
and
here.
All the gear those people wore back then, my hats are off to them. All the undergarments.
Teacher to the Wizard of Oz. But you know they had bicycles back then. You know, bicycles been around a long time, right? Let's see. When was it? What year?
I don't know.
Okay, this is not. This mouse is being stupid.
I'll be right back.
What year was the bicycle invented? 1817. I didn't know that. Bicycles were known as swift walkers. Military rode right across the nation, or old-timey bicycle. Bicycles are bogged down in the dirt and don't go over mountains very well. Yeah. I see a lot of people riding bicycles out here, regular bicycles. You really got to have the balloon ones. I second it. They're old-timey. But you never see them in the westerns, even in the little western towns like Tombstone and all that. Nobody goes by on a bicycle. Of course, the rubber was probably soft. But they had wooden wheels on bicycles. They had steel wheels. I wouldn't want to ride a steel-wheeled bicycle. And they had the bicycles that had all them springs on them. And instead of a tire, it had little springs on it. Yep. We've seen a lot of them in the museums. Then the clothing didn't start debuting the bicycles to the 1860s. People would consider women would turn into men if they wore pants. Yeah, I remember reading that about women turning into men. But yeah, Okay, that thermometer up at our office up here showed 130 degrees. Okay. Now, we can fall back on rigs to cool off. AC. They got the office up there. AC. Their rigs, the camp hosts are plugged into electricity. They got air conditioning. There's a couple out here that don't have air conditioning, but that's their choice. That's how to do it. But really, you're in a covered wagon coming out here. But you got your kids with you, something maybe, a wife, you got your horses, you may even have a mule, you may even bring in a beef cow with you. I don't know how they did it. I really don't. I mean, the watering stations out here, when you read the history of them, water was expensive. No bikes in Western movies, maybe because finding the correct bicycle for the period. That could be too. Um, but it makes you think, what those people did back then. And mainly they were coming out here for gold. They were heading, 1849 was the gold rush in California. And during that time, they were out in these mountains around Quartzsite and New Mexico and all the, over by Tucson, Phoenix, looking for gold in those mountains. You read about some of the history of Quartzsite, supposedly gold just laying on the ground. I don't know how true that was, but you just wonder how those people did it. I mean, once you cross that Mississippi, and you get into Texas and you start getting up into the desert and everything, but then you get into New Mexico, you got to put up with the heat down here. Usually there's no humidity, but in the middle of the summer and everything, you've got high humidity in the middle of the country on those wagon trails. It's just amazing what they accomplished back then. I guess teenagers back then looked for the fastest horse versus today's fastest car. Yeah, you did. I only remember them riding in a circle. Butch Cassidy and Sunday Kids have bicycles. Wait a minute, I think I do remember bicycles. I might have to rewatch that one. You can't plow or tow with a bicycle like you can cattle or horses.
Yep.
It's multi-purpose enough back. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because a lot of them, they would do what any of the nomads do today, or the van lifers, or the RVers, and that. Throw everything they can in them wagons. And then on their way out here, they shed most of their property to lighten up the wagons for the horses,
Yep.
lighten up the wagons to get across rivers.
Well, we were watching, what was it, 1883? And it showed like some of them, they brought everything with them, their furniture.
No, what does that say? Osen or is that Asen?
Oxen. They used ox too.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd come across with those too. It just makes you wonder how them people did it. It really did. And when you look at the map, the migration map, over the history of this country, you got some Western migration.
Hey, Steve and Tina Jewel.
When we started taking over the territories out here. But you really notice it when air conditioning comes into play. That's when the cities just started exploding out there. Steve and Tina Jewel's in here?
Yep. And so's Lucky Dog Production Moderator. Hey, Sue.
Howdy, yay. Howdy, Lucky Dog Production Moderator. I'd love to live back then. I really would. But see, then I'd like to be able to come here and report how they did it, though. So, I don't see that happening. But I'm amazed on when you look at some of the diaries and some of the memoirs and stuff, and how much they were really charging for water back then. Water was expensive. Or Quartzsite was a watering station. That's why it was called Tyson Wells. That's where the travelers heading west stopped and watered their horses, rested for the night, and then they went on. The place up by Bowles on
I
Pomosa
can't
Road,
think of
where that farmer built the cisterns into the side of the
Yeah,
mountain so travelers coming west could water their horses.
yeah.
Um, huh?
It's a book, Roy.
Gene Affair by Mike King about his family migration from Scotland to Utah and how they did it. That'd be interesting. It's a bull that gets 5 years old before it becomes a steer. Weighs on. Oh, okay. I didn't know them things. Thought it was bred, but not. Okay. Yeah. Well, it was hard to find clean water, William. You basically had to stop at water stations. I mean, in PSV Odyssey, howdy, howdy. I don't know how well the rivers were flowing back then. And a lot of them is dry riverbeds, which are all big.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not a lot of rivers in New Mexico. The Rio Grande rolls through there. Okay.
Well, the one reenactment that guy had his oxen, remember?
Yeah.
Them ones are huge.
But you coming across this country in a wooden box with wooden wheels, you break a wheel, you either got to make a wheel or hopefully you're carrying spare. I mean, how many spare wheels did they have to carry? You can trust your trip all the way across this country on wooden wheels. Granted, they were outlined in steel, but most of them. My family immigrated from Germany in 1867. Came to New York, traveled in Nebraska, a homestead of 80 acres. Did the Dust Bowl affect them? Because was that in Nebraska? I think the Dust Bowl was in Nebraska too, wasn't it? Imagine traveling west down south was much different than traveling in the northern regions.
Yep.
That's the thing. Was it though? I mean, look at the humidity that they're having with the temperature. I mean, yeah, they got cooler temperatures, but then the humidity makes it feel like it does down here usually.
Yeah, but southern routes were probably dry and hot, and you were lacking water.
And you got to keep in mind, you got to get to the mountains by a certain time to get over the Rockies. Otherwise, you're gonna have a. I just thought of them. The family that was stranded, Donner.
Donner's family.
You're gonna have a Donner situation.
Yep.
I'd like to go there one of these days. Dust Bowl covered a lot of states. Yeah, I thought it did. Yeah, humidity is the worst. I agree. I think that's the high temperatures aren't. Yeah, they're uncomfortable, but they're doable without the humidity. It took them months or years to travel back. It did. I forget what it was. 5 months or something it took to get from the Mississippi out to the gold fields in California.
Yep, and if they knew they wasn't going to make the mountain crossing, then they had to be ready to hunker down even in the lower plains for winter. It could be harsh.
20,000 folks died on the Oregon Trail. I knew it was a lot. It's just different. They had different obstacles to overcome, like snow and terrain. Yeah.
Yep.
Floods. One group send a message back, the river's passable, but then when that group get up there, the river's unpassable. So
raised water, anything, flash floods.
They didn't have weather predictions. And too, they have prairie fires, like forest fires. It's definitely interesting life back then. That's why I love them old movies like that.
But how many of them are actually based on what they went through? They are movies.
Yeah. That's why I like that wagon train So they definitely need saluted, William. I agree with you there. Women, children, the elderly, every one of them, even the ones that didn't make it. I mean, you got to salute them for trying. But I totally agree with you there. They definitely need saluted. You know, and the Oregon Trail seemed like it was the most popular trail when most of the gold was found in California. I'm not sure if there was ever a trail that was named that came out west here. It probably was, but wasn't. It doesn't seem as famous as the Oregon Trail. Pouring rain where Naj is at. Still going
Huh.
to rain. Son thinks she's crazy. You know, it rain for 20 minutes. Yeah, Florida does that. Rain on, rain off. Rain on, rain off. Here at Courtside, we just watch it go all around us. I read that grasshoppers saved a lot of folks with only kind of protein they could. I believe that. And as big as them things are, man, that you can feed a family on one grasshopper. We're having grasshopper steaks tonight. Could you eat a grasshopper steak, dear?
I don't think so.
Barbecue is good in the rain, snow, sunshine. It is. Someone hadn't made a computer game. Yeah. I remember playing that game.
Well, a lot of them, had to learn how to hunt for like berries, the different, different food sources out there. They didn't know what mushrooms you could eat, what berries were, stuff like that. They had to learn.
Yeah, be careful in the heat. We don't have the heat like we did.
Sure.
One's going to be 104 here today. The humidity's up there, though. And that's the thing. Me and Joni was talking about that today in Lori. Temperatures finally come down, but the humidity went up.
Monsoon, baby.
Yep. That's over in September, isn't it?
I don't know. Steve could tell you more of that than I can.
Monsoon season in Arizona. June and goes through September, yeah.
Yeah.
With it comes higher humidity, which can lead to thunderstorms, heavy rain, lightning, hail, high winds, flash flooding, dust storms, and extreme heat. ADOT urges drivers to be prepared for summer storms.
Shoo, you guys. 121 with the fill. That's what gets you in trouble.
With humidity.
Yep, Mormons did it the hard way. They were different. They were
Native. They had some Native American issues, yeah. Not like Hollywood portrays it, though.
No.
Most of the Indians, it was our Indians and government that didn't get along too well.
Then hey, there's Miss Shara Hart. We got a few minutes left to go. Ooh. Yuck.
Remember, Cy Robinson eating deer poop. We thought it was a berry. He needed a few glasses. Darn family.
Yeah, Mormons were a tough breed.
Was a Mormon. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Roy's family is mostly started like where the Vikings and Scots met up. His lineage goes that way. My mom's side is German. I can trace them all the way across till Indiana. I can't remember without looking it up, but we came either through New York or through Pennsylvania.
September 15th, Steve says.
Okay. But
you'll be probably out here at the tail end of it then.
So, I mean, it's interesting to read some of that stuff. We're doing good, Char, doing good. Hope you and your mom and family's doing good too. So, Like when I get back into Ancestry, I mean, ask Roy, I could sit there for hours just working on my tree and his tree. There's a lot of new stuff that's opened up, and I'm just itching to get back into it.
Imagine rolling up on the Badlands. That and the Grand Canyon.
Yep, you're probably thinking, what did we just come into?
Yeah, I've thought about the Badlands before. You know, I'd love to wonder what was running through the first people's minds that come across here. You know, and they get in the desert, and the desert just keeps going and going and going and going, and you ain't finding the water. You're like, wow, was it like this forever?
Yeah.
Keep going along, you know.
Well, and you watch like some of your Western movies. We're learning that a lot of people, when they were out in the West, didn't travel at night because I could see why. You could be coming along and there'd be a deep wash.
Yeah,
Boom,
they
you're
didn't have
dead.
headlights in the wagons, dear.
Yep. Wow. But in the Western movies, remember it shows them running around on their horses?
Yep.
Yes, we did. It opened up a lot of doors going green, Mom. It helped connect a lot of dots.
Still hot in September. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it can be hot here,
October.
from what I hear, to like the third week of October. Though last one, October wasn't like that.
Wasn't too bad. We had a few days that was pretty,
Yeah.
but like on Ancestry, it still hasn't opened the door on what happened to his what is he, like your fourth great grandfather, father of Benjamin?
You can't, no kidding. You know where our feud gets started in France?
He wouldn't know. He doesn't. He's not allowed to touch the tree no more. I'm right. He cut it off.
I chopped it down by accident. I will not tell a lie, but I did chop the family tree down.
Yep. I was mad.
An accident.
I told him, I said, you can look, just don't do nothing. Well, he saw a duplicate. Well, instead of merging the duplicates together, because I hadn't got that far, he decided to delete the person, and it deleted it on his side of the tree and my side of the tree.
And I didn't even yell timber.
Nope. Almost 5 years into research went, and I've never got that link back up and going either when he did that on his side. My stuff came back.
If Tim with CRV would ever do his DNA, we would discover that we are related.
Yeah.
Through DNA.
Roy's side has Hatfield and McCoy's. And then it gets confusing because some of the McCoys might have been McCrae's, but the way the person spelt their name back then during the audits, yeah, probably spelt their names wrong. He didn't hear it fall, but I was mad. Oh, God, I was mad at him. He could tell you I was mad. I don't think I talked to you for, what, a whole day?
If you get your own are on the tree, got Rhodes, which is what Tim is.
Yeah.
And his family is from the Letcher County area, Pike County, all that area, where my Rhodes family is from. So me and Tim are related. We just haven't connected the dots yet. You
got a long list of family names down there. Claudells, Halls, Newsoms. Our family is the Meads.
Ashley Ratliff's husband, I'm related to him too. Ratliff.
Yeah,
and they're in that area actually. There's just so many. It's you look at a last name now and you're like, I know we're DNA related somehow because
Yep.
Population.
Ours is his name was Moses Mead. Is our link.
Yeah,
that's where our family runs. But we're talking what, 12th generation?
Yep.
14th.
I'm related to General Lee. Got a huge Lee branch.
I ain't got proof of that yet, Roy.
No, you don't, not yet, but there's a huge branch of Lees from the Virginia on the tree. She just hasn't got to the 2 and 2 part to make 4 yet. But look at the population back then. How many people were actually in this country compared to now? There's a
Yeah.
really very good chance. We're related to to Lee. Meade, General Meade, probably him too. Um, there was a Senator Curry from
In
Alabama,
Alabama.
relation.
Yep, he's got both on his family line, the Hatfields and McCoys. They married in through a McCrae side. Yeah, ours is through the Meads. Moses.
The Tackett's, the Newsoms, the Caudells,
Halls,
the Halls,
Smith.
all in that area. If they came out of Kentucky, I'm related to them.
Tim's mom was a McCoy.
Yeah.
So you're probably related through him on that way too.
Yeah, because the branch, your family tree branches out, but it does come back together, and then it will branch out again, and because the humans are just keep doubling and doubling.
All right, I'm stepping down. I want everybody to have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. We've been on over an hour.
Oh yeah, we have, haven't we?
So
yeah,
everybody have a good day. But Ancestry, you can start the DNA through them, and then they start showing you the possible links, or they can confirm. Yeah. So all right, everybody, have a great day.
Yep, I got one from because you do that DNA and you send it off to the other ones like 23andMe and all that. They're all, you send it to the different companies, or you link it somehow, and so it goes through the Ancestry, it goes through 23andMe, it goes through another one, and I get emails when they find matches. And we did this probably 5 years ago, right before we left out to go on the road. So yeah, I still get emails from them saying, "Hey, we found another match." And I have found some distant cousins that keep in touch now that we didn't know we were related. My family never talked about family history. Never could figure out why. But nobody knows anything. And so Ancestry kind of helped out a lot. Busby Adventures, howdy, howdy. We have Halls in our family from Kentucky. Cousin Brody. Cousin William. But Letcher County, there's a good chance we're related. That's where they mainly start at. Letcher, Pike. I can't remember all the counties down there now. Pound. Is that West Virginia or Virginia? It's one of those two. Pound, Virginia, or West Virginia. Let's see. Pound, Virginia. Yep, Pound, Virginia. That's where there's a mountain pass there, and that's where a lot of my family came through to get into Kentucky. So we haven't been to Pound yet, but when we migrated over here, one of the stories we found in Ancestry was my 5th great grandpa or 6th was in the Battle of Culloden. 5 of them got caught. They executed 4 of them. They were going to execute him, but somebody in that court was sympathetic because the McCraes were loyal. I forget who they were, but the family that's on, is it Outlanders? It might be Outlanders. That's who we were loyal to. Somehow they spared my 6th great grandpa's life, but he had a choice to be put on a ship and sent to the colonies, or he was going to be executed. So he chose to come over here. But they put him in the bottom of the ship in shackles and chains. Somehow he got over here and ended up at 500 acres. I don't know how that happened. In Virginia. And then they migrated into Kentucky through Pound, Virginia. But very interesting, though. Yep, there's a cloud out there. Doing good, Busby. Doing good. Hope you are too. Camels. That's another one. Yeah, camels is another one that's on the tree. Got a lot of them on the tree. But that little core out of Kentucky, there wasn't a lot of people to pick from. You know, that's where a lot of the cousins ended up marrying cousins. My grandpa married his first cousin. They you had nobody to pick from. You know, and over time, about everybody down there ended up being related anyway. Camping therapy, howdy howdy. Another member. But I love family history. Just none of my family really talked about anything. You know, I have been to my great grandpa's great grave, but my dad hasn't been to his grandpa, which would have been my great grandpa was my dad's grandpa. He has never been to his grandpa's grave. I went there, but my dad had never been there. Or his great grandpa, which was my great great grandpa, which is Benjamin. I've been to his grave. Him and Andrew, his son, my great grandpa, dad's grandpa, is buried next to each other. But when we went down to Dean, Kentucky, in Letcher County, we were grave hunting and we found. It took us a few days, but we finally found them. My father's tree merged 6 generations back when brothers married sisters. Barbecue should be ready by 4 or 5. Okay, dokie. But I love the old family history. My grandpa worked with. She just passed away. Loretta Lynn's dad. In the and I just can't remember the name of the coal company, but they worked together in the same mines. A lot of the families did. Yeah, we're gonna have to call this quits. I'm gonna have to go out and start a generator. But everybody, you guys have a great day. We shall see you tomorrow. I gotta beat this thing. Then I'm gonna come back and talk with Becky in the basement for a while, but I've got to go get this generator. I just heard that air conditioner slow down a little bit. So we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. Later.